Hello Aries, welcome to Phoenix 1111 Rise with Phoenix, where I merge the 5D and 3D information to help you get the answers that you seek. I'm going to be using my gift cluster of being ordained prophet and teacher to bring you clarity, because clarity is power. Gonna plug in the mic. So it comes out cleaner. The heater's on because it's cold in Chicago. Chicago's one of those places that I swear it's like, remember the cartoons where they had like the evil weather guy and he would change the weather from one to the other? Like we had really good, nice weather, and then like the next day it was freezing and snowing, and we're still in the fall. We're having unusual cold temps here. Ooh. All right, so this is how this is going to work. I'm tapping into the Aries soulmate, into the quantum field where all possibilities and probabilities exist, to see for the Aries collective, sun, moon, rising, north, south node, Venus and Jupiter, people who are cross-watching. So be general, but there'll be something in here for you, Aries, that you will pick up. All right, so let's set that intention together. Also, last week it was Pisces who won, so the sign that gets the most likes, comments, and shares will have the extended bonus read for next week. Wow, a lot of cards want to come out. Aries really wants to have a conversation. The Four of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, and the Emperor. So pre-shuffling is this guy who is seeing the Three of Pentacles actually came out in the Pisces reading, second row, first position. So you might have Pisces in your chart, be a Pisces, be cross-watching, or your person might be a Pisces or have Pisces in their chart. So you might want to see that. Also, I said, oh, come on, Papi, and that's the Papi card to me. So go watch the Pisces anyway, because there might be something there for you. And then the Page of Cups, which is this really innocent love, puppy love. Who had puppy love? Somebody had puppy love. Aquarius, maybe. I don't remember. I know that that song came up. The Donny Osmond one? Do you remember that one? Puppy Love? I'm 45 years old. I remember my mom playing that record. Okay, Donny Osmond. Now I got that song. It's those songs, man, they get stuck in your head. And you're like, somebody sing something different. Get another song in my head, please, Spirit. I do not want to hear Donny Osmond for the rest of the night. All right, calibrating the Aries cards now. Really? Why are you all flipping, man? Sun and Hierophant want to come out. I'm going to put them back in the deck, though. So for somebody, there's a new beginning in love with your perfect match. Hierophant's been showing up as a perfect energetic match a few times today or in the readings. And I'm shuffling. Clearing the decks. But there are a set of divine masculines who are after their feminines and are wanting to talk. So, all right, soulmates. Let's have a conversation since you're being so chatty. I like this. This Six of Coins here, this is about source coming in to balance out. And there's Raphael with the horn. Confirmations. So the Six of Coins in this deck, it's source energy, divine love coming in to balance out the scales in this sacred connection, the soulmate connection, because things have been off balance. And you know, there are times where source is like, you know what, enough is enough. I'm going to intervene. I'm intervening now because the parties are not doing what they need to do. Thank you. It's about your alignment that leads into bliss. 3 is about the alignment, the collaboration, the inner union, and that's really what brings you bliss. So it feels like for you, the one who's watching, this is more for you in order for you to manifest your soulmate or to enhance the connection with your soulmate, if you know who that is, or to bring the person in. Source is going to be balancing things out in you and aligning things in you that was going to turn on your joy factor. And that's going, your joy factor is a high vibration, even in love, because joy is based on love. But it's a very high vibe state, and that is magnetizes all kinds of good relationships toward you. So this is not just going to impact your soulmate, it's also going to impact everything else in your life, which is good. The Seven of Swords. Here it looks like this is, you know, usually Seven of Swords is about sneaky behavior, right? But this is not what this is coming across. Actually, I've used this deck a lot. This is the first time it's actually come out. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to smack the mic. This is about him. This is the Five of Swords. So in this deck, in the Five of Swords, he's made the decision. He's thrown down 2 swords. He's got the other 2 swords in one hand because he's made the decision, and he's got the sword in front of him. Maybe we should just, I don't want to grab it just in case it'll come out. So he's already made his decision in the Five of Swords. So that's in this deck, right? So what do you see here, right? This is your Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is about like giving it a rest. That's on his shoulder. So he's wanting, the masculine energy is putting it on his shoulders to bring in rest and being in his truth. And he's going toward the Two of Swords. So he's trying to figure out how to make that decision to come toward you in order to bring you this. Because he's looking this way. See? He's looking toward you, the joy factor. And what did I say? Your joy factor is going to magnetize your soulmate. And because once you get into this energy, this is what he's doing. Coming toward that decision, which is to approach you. That's really good. So he's sneaking around in order for him to, it's an inner sneaking. Like he's trying to figure it out. How does he approach? How does he get on the path? He's going toward his decision, and for him being the masculine energy, just keeping it clean so I can flow. His decision is you. He's already made the decision. He's going toward it. He's just trying to figure it out. Okay, with the Six of Coins here for Aries. It's about balancing, because you've been walking like you're on a tightrope. And so source energy is gifting you with some balance and being able to not feel that way. The thing is like everything really comes out of our belief systems. Our belief systems shows up where we can recognize them in the form of feelings. Feelings is the language of the subconscious. So if you want to know what you're really thinking about something, check your feelings. The thing is, it's just data points. You can check in with your feelings to see what you really feel. And that's going to tell you the conversation that's in your rooted belief system. And then you can do something about it. You can step back and get out of your feelings. But until you know, you think you know how you really feel about something until you check in. And it's not about, oh, let me check in with my intuition. It's not about your intuition. It's about your belief system. So your intuition can be off because it's being filtered through your belief system. So first you have to check in with your belief system, and then you can use your intuition. Look, what did I say? Right? This is a lot of communication coming in after you get into this energy. Which again, what I was saying here, that he's trying to get to you here. I'm hearing that song again. Been working my way back to you, babe. So lots of fast communication, but that's actually coming from a place of healing. Now some of it might be, that's the bow chicka bow bow, whatever cards. So it might be sensual or sexual in nature, or you might be feeling his sacral chakra activated towards you. I mean, that's the thing is, when you're in this vibe, you're sexy, hun. Everybody wants, we like, ooh. As you start activating your Queen of Wands energy, and you are sexy, hun. Because nothing's sexier than a confident woman. I remember when I used to date when I was in high school. Well, almost all my friends were models, so they were paid to be pretty. And here I was, shorter than them, gawky, barely any shape. But I was the one who walked out with the stack of numbers like this. Why? Because I'm generally in this mood. You don't have to be the prettiest girl in the room. But when you own your own energy and you are comfortable in your own skin, boys recognized it back then and men will recognize it now. They find that beautiful. They're like, ooh, wait a minute. They can feel that energy, like you being confident. And that's how you also get that kind of communication though. You're like, I don't want that kind of communication. It comes with the territory when you're aligned within and you're comfortable in your own skin. So, you know, you can also, there's way body language things so people won't approach you. But they're going to want to communicate with you because what are you going to do, Aries? You're sexy. You're your sexy self. This is the moving on card. So this goes back to, I don't know if you've seen it, but this card is not only about moving on, it's about showing you how you move forward in this connection. The feminine energy is always the leader, and here she's coming out as the truth. She's the leader who is the chief of the boat. Here's the masculine energy, and he's in charge of moving the boat forward. That is true spiritually with your soul connection, but it's also true in your inner connection of when I was talking about your belief systems and things like that, right? Because the masculine in this boat is your subconscious. Your subconscious is driving you to certain actions because of your belief systems. So that's why we're saying that you can't always count on your intuition and be like, well, I want to see what my intuition it is. Well, until you actually know how you feel about it and then tap into your intuition, you might be tapping into your intuition and it may be incorrect. Your intuition, your third eye, supervises all your other chakras. And if you're in your belief system, you believe one thing. For instance, let's say you believe that you have to hustle in order for you to make a great living, then you're only going to be able to see through that through your intuition ways to hustle to make money, because that's what you believe. So that's all you can see. So when someone else brings you something that you don't have to have this energy of hustle to create wealth, you're not going to believe in it, even though that's probably more in line with your soul purpose or your gift cluster, because in your mentality, the driver, the masculine driving the boat about wealth, is telling you you have to hustle in order to create wealth, which isn't true. But because that's true for you, you will only see the things that are true for you. And then you get into these circles of frustration. So this is the same thing with your soulmate. As long as you believe something specifically about how this should be rolling out, or the timelines or things like that, or you're putting in a lot of, I feel the word, what's the word? You're putting in your own roadblocks by creating scenarios that haven't even happened yet and maybe not even going through at all. You end up creating these self-fulfilling prophecies because you're putting it into your belief systems. So then who's this person here? That's your karmic. That's your inner karmic. That's your mental faculty that's actually physically above your right eye. It's the firewall between your feminine and your masculine energy. Your feminine energy is the thoughts. Your masculine energy is the subconscious, right? That's your feelings. And when these two are in union, that's when you have manifestation, and that's when this shit goes forward. Or it can go backwards, because you know he can push it back too. It'll move backwards, or a U-turn. It's really up to you. You're the driver. You get to decide how this soul connection is going to work. So if you want more on that, you can visit my channel, Jupiter 1111, or just go to YouTube and put in Jupiter 1111 Aries, and then put in, oh, I think it was in the video I did called The Lies You Believe About Alignment. Yeah, that'll help you. You can use that one. So why is your soul connection stuck? Aries soul connection, why is it stuck? Seeing the Three of Swords coming up, so there might be some sorrow in your heart. You can do heart chakra work. I have free chakra work as well on Jupiter 1111. I think I'm gonna have to start putting it in some of these playlists I have. Keep on coming up when I'm doing these. It'll just be easier if I put in description. That way you don't have to go hunting and picking. I'll make it easier for you. Okay, what's in it for Aries? Calibrating the cards. Until I have to keep shuffling, Aries, until I can feel the card that wants to come up. It's coming. Don't forget to like, comment, share. Support your own sign. so that maybe you'll win this week. Tower. Don't be afraid. This is good. Towers are great. I talked about this, I don't remember when. I've done a lot of these today. But in one of them, it might have been in my Jupiter channel, about the towers, right? So this is, you have two choices. There are two different kinds of towers. There are the good ones, the aha moments that are led by spirit in order for you to see the end from the beginning and to see clarity, right? Because clarity is power. And then, like I was saying about the belief systems, like with the money, right? So if you believe you have to hustle in order for you to gain wealth or to get money, then all you can see is the ways to hustle. Doesn't mean they're not going to work. And then you'll be like, see, I'm so intuitive. I follow that and that's how I made money. No, it was that's not intuition. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Intuition is that 5D hit. It's those aha moments. It's like seeing clearly. And then when you do it, you're like, oh, okay. So having that intuition hit coming in from source to let you see what you don't see gives you the aha moment, and then everything changes in a minute. That's the tower that you want, where everything just like, oh, it's like, you get those moments, you're like, ooh, mind blown. That's what you want. You want your mind blown in something, especially when it comes to this connection. And that's what you get here. And the thing is, we all know that. Though Spirit is kind, is going to continue to give you these. And when you don't learn, it'll come up this way, because you're pushing it again from your belief system. So the answers that you seek have been given to you. And now that you have the answers, what are you going to do about it? Because you're the one driving the boat. So if you want, I have a free training in my Rainmaker series program. The first one is free. You don't have to give me your email or anything like that. You just go to the link below where it says to book booking information. And when you go there, scroll down to Rainmaker and click on Rainmaker. It'll take you to the site, and then you just go. It's like, oh, that's a lot of clicking. It's like 2 clicks. I can't do everything for you guys. It's like, if you're not willing to do 2 clicks, you're not gonna sit through the whole thing. It's about an hour long, but a lot of people have been getting these aha moments from Spirit watching the free video. You don't have to give me your anything, because you just go to the site and then you go down and you find the video and you play it. And every person who's been watching it, they've been getting aha moments and breakthroughs. And you need a breakthrough in how to manifest and how to do this. It's free, but you're gonna have to take 3 seconds to click. Well, click on description, click on the link, and then the other link. 3 clicks. In less than 5 seconds, it's going to give you the opportunity to get the answers that you seek in order for you to move forward. No money, no problem. I just took all your excuses away from you, Aries. Go get what you need, because this is the answer for you. It's time for you to take control. And right now, maybe that's the way that Source is coming in and giving you that balance, because you've been doing this too long. And he's just like, enough. That's too much. He wants to move you into this. Right? So go get it. Go get what you need. All right, loves. Until next time, I'll see you soon. Bye now.